well, just listen. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying real fast into it. Okay, now guys, that's the one a lot of duck hunters cannot do. I mean, there are guys that cannot do that, and they'll substitute by rolling their tongue. Okay, so they'll go. That, to me, that doesn't sound near as good, but that's how they do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a good question. Where did I go to research the calls? A lot of call companies will actually have the sounds of their calls online. I went to Finn and actually talked to other duck hunters, had Craig at the Finn blow some for me, and just listen. I'd call the company, talk to them. So a lot of your duck hunting companies are very traditional companies and are actually Christian-based companies, which I found out, and I'm in the process of doing that. But that brings up another point. The things that calls are made out of. Once you understand acoustics, you can try to match your call, the acoustic of your call. That's how sound comes out of your call, with the location that you are. I don't go to a duck hunt without at least 2 mallard calls. Okay, usually one is wood. Usually one is acrylic, which is the harder plastic. The harder the material, the more sound is coming out the end, and that's what you want. If you have a straight bore, okay, it tends to produce less sound than a trumpeted bore. You guys, this week we made straight bores, okay? So if you're hunting in like a flooded timber or hunting wood ducks on the river, where you'll see mallards as well, a straight bore wood call is generally a better call to use there. Where if you're hunting on an open lake, like Charles Mill or Lake St. Clair, generally an acrylic call is better. That's just, there might be days that might be completely different. But anyhow, that's where I went, and that's why you carry more than one call into the woods. Also in case one falls into the water. Okay, Herschel, what was your question?
Actually, it was a mishap, but what's the best company that you recommend that we should go to look
Look
up?
for the calls. It's right there in your hand. Buck Gardner.
You got one.
Okay, you got one. Okay,
The best.
that's the company that I like the best. Everybody talks about those other guys because of their TV shows, and I'm a big fan of what they stand for. I'm the bearded guys. Go get them, but I think their duck calls stink. That's just my opinion. Okay. But I like the Buck Gardner game calls. I like the company, and I like his calls. Any other questions on calling? Okay. We have talked, this has been, that was great. Guys, I hope we spent a memorable week together, okay? And one of the things that's really important to me, and this is what the whole evening's about, is remembering what we've talked about. So, we're going to do this the way that I do it, okay? I'll ask a question, and you'll raise your hand. If you blurt out, you disqualify yourself from that question. If you blurt out more than once, you disqualify yourself from any of God's greatest candy on earth, Jolly Rancher, okay? I think we ought to make a takeoff of it and call it the Happy Farmer and see what we can do. Straight from Millersburg, the home of the honor unit, the Happy Farmer candy. Made by Amish itself. Okay, the first night we talked about what? Herschel, was it Bluebill?
Quiet time.
No, that was not the first night.
We were talking about quack.
Okay, and now tell me, what about quack?
Quack? Like, what does it stand for?
Like, what? Like, if somebody calls you a quack, it means you're what?
A quiet time.
No. Like, it is, I mean, you're right, but I want you to think it through. The world says something is normal, right?
Yeah.
So we're to be a quack. Now, why is that
Jesus didn't die to let you be normal like everybody else.
Right. Okay. He died for you to be what?
A quack.
A quack, or set apart. Okay. All right. Good job. Okay. And remember, we said that being a quack is a biblical command. Does anybody know? We talked about 2 specific references in the scriptures that you can point to where you are to be a quack. Give me one of them. Marky? No. Don't raise your hand until you know the answer. What is it? Yeah. 1 Timothy 6. The first what? What's the first word? But, yeah, and so that makes a contradiction. That's my boy. That's my boy. Okay? Okay, so we said, and what was does anybody know the other one where it's really, really, really clear? What's the other one? I mean, there's more than one, but one that we talked about. Anybody remember that passage? Sean? No, not 1 Timothy 9. Romans?
10.
Ben?
Romans 6:23.
Nope. Braden?
Romans 10:23.
12 what? 12, 1 and 2. Do not be conformed to this world, right? That's thing, be a quack. Okay, Q. Q stands for quiet time, right? And quiet time was represented by what duck hunting object, Riley? The blind. Okay, and that was really easy, so you're going to have to do more than that. What was the challenge behind the blind and quiet time? What was the main point? Can you just give me an idea what the main point was? You're going to get it because you said blind, but I want you to think through. What was the main point to that then? Okay. The main point was a quack pursues a quiet time, obsessively pursues a biblical quiet time, right? Okay. What are some of the elements to a biblical quiet time?
Alone, away from everybody else.
Okay, we saw that with Christ doing that, right? What's that? Praying, definitely. What else? You already got one, so I'm gonna go.
Don't be obsessed with everything else. Just do it. Just don't be obsessed with everything.
Okay. Yep. I'll give you that one, Hunter. Fasting. Yeah. We're still missing the main one. Hang on, you already answered. Let's go here.
Reading the Bible.
Reading the Bible. Very good. Okay. Sorry, Henry. Right between the eyes.
Where's mine?
Okay. Not a real difficult concept, right? The blind will help you remember the quiet time. Let's talk about you. You stood for what? Did you get one yet?
No.
Okay. What do you stand for?
Understanding.
Understanding. Now, how did we parallel that with the quiet time? What was the understanding duck element?
Well, you have to understand like what you were reading, like what's meant.
What's the parallel to duck hunting? What was the object we used that night out in the lake?
Oh, the fake ducks.
Yes, the fake ducks. They're called decoys. You made them all week long. Yes. Yeah. Okay, the decoy. And you said it even. He answered the next question too. Is what is a quiet time without understanding? Remember, I had you write this down. It's religion. Are we told to be religious?
No.
Be people of no. We're told to have what? A relationship. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Arizona. Okay, I'm asking questions. I'm not giving candy. What a chump. Okay, so we got understanding. Q-U-A. What's the next letter? C. I'm not okay. C stands for. Oh, we skipped A. What kind of Common Core English am I teaching? Q-U-A. What's A stand for? John? Attitude. Now, what do we teach about attitude? And what's the verse that really goes with 1 Timothy on that? It's right after one of your main verses. 2:5, and that says what? Really a simple one. No, that's Psalm. That goes back to the Psalm Psalms 46:10. Okay. In Philippians 2:5, it says, have this attitude in yourself, which is also in Christ Jesus. Real simple, right? Okay. What was the duck hunting parallel for attitude? Labitude with the dog. And what was something that you were challenged with in that area? Okay, towards those around you? Okay. C. Braden. How does calling parallel to 1 Timothy 6? Because obviously the duck hunting object was the duck call. How does it parallel to 1 Timothy 6? Mikey and Dustin both had their hands up, so I'm going to let them help answer, so get ready. Well, have you answered, Mikey? Give me something out of last night's message that you're going to take home. That's what I'm asking for. How's it? I want to come back to you, Brady, because I want an answer. God calls us to do what? Okay. You can do better than that. Am I right, Dan? Dustin?
I was going to say that God is calling us, so we're supposed to answer his calling. And he wants us to witness to people about him.
So look at the two things, Mikey and Braden, on the front of, here's your candy. What's the first two things that it says? You're supposed to do two things on 1 Timothy 6. It says to, remember we talked about World War II vet? What did they do? What did we do? Fight the good fight. What's the second thing? Take hold of eternal life. Okay, those are the answers I want. Okay, and then we're called. Okay, guys? Got it? That's where we're at. So we're on K tonight. K, let's read 1 Timothy 6. Let's start on verse 11. When we get towards the end, I want you to listen for a K word. And somebody tell me the concept behind it. So who wants to read 1 Timothy 6? Didn't you read last night, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, you read last night, Zach. I want it read loud and well. Do it. 6, start with 11 and work through. Just I go through 16, I think.
But as for you,